Okay, so for the ultrafecta weekend, me going to Hawaii, so you'll do the 30 miles and 60 obstacles on Saturday, and then super on Sunday, that'd be 6 miles, 20 obstacles, sprint 3 miles and 20 obstacles. So that would be what you would do the whole weekend, so Saturday and then Sunday. So I'll just do from the bottom to top, I suppose. So shoes, that's going to be mandatory. I'm using my Ultras and it says Timp 6. On the bottom, you have the treading, so for the obstacles, the dirt, the mud, the good grip. So I have these basic laces, which I have to change to these lock laces I have on the other pair of sneakers. So just as shown, there's not really a string to it because you just kind of lock it in, so you don't have to tie or knot or anything. You just kind of lock and make it tighter. So there's the other shoe right there. So I got these two with the lock laces. I have 2 pairs. So for the Ultra, you'll want 1 pair and then another one in your transition station bucket, bag, whatever you plan to use. I plan to use this little bag as my bucket. It's waterproof. So shoes, pretty much anything I use in the Ultra, I'm doubling up. So everything's going to be in the bag for a transition station for lap 2. So 2 pairs of shoes for the Ultra. And then for the next day, when you do your sprint and super, you just got another pair of sneakers for that race. And then I thought I had another pair of sneakers. There they are. So another pair of sneakers after the race. So when you go back in town and you're walking around, you have clean sneakers, so they're not all muddy and whatnot. So clean sneakers if you want to walk around town and whatnot after the race, or just the days after. So shoes, making sure you have 4 pairs. And here's another pair of lock laces. For the other sneakers, I just gotta get other lock laces. Socks would be the next thing. So you want socks that are not cotton. You want like wool socks. So if you have cotton, they stay wet for longer. They'll cause more blisters because the friction, just because your feet are wet for longer. With the wool socks material, they kind of dry up fast. So got the socks. And same idea. Just make sure you have socks for the Ultra, and then the next day for the Super. And put socks right there. Now, another thing to protect the feet. Here you got blister prevention tape. So you just kind of put it on your feet, so your toes, heels, on the side of your foot. So if you ever feel like you get hot spots or blisters, just preventing them a little bit longer using the blister prevention tape. And also not just for your feet, you could use these on your chest, so your chest isn't getting any chafing against your shirt. So blister prevention tape for both your feet and your chest. So we got the shoes, the socks, blister prevention tape for the feet, and then still continuing at the feet. Thought I put it in here, but I got a thing called trail toes. So it's like lubrication for your feet. Here it is. So it's like Vaseline, but a little bit like more better, more advanced. So trail toes, if I open that up, just how Vaseline looks. Just kind of put it on your feet, So also helping any blister prevention, keeping the feet nice and good, and not getting any blisters or preventing them for longer. So just another layer to prevent blisters. That's the last thing you want if you're doing such a long weekend. You don't want to have blisters on day 2. So if you can prevent that as much as you can. So after that, going up on the leg, I'm not really going to use anything for like leggings or calf, since pretty much what I wear goes up high enough on the legs. Anyways, for most obstacles, I should be good with skin protection on the calf. So other than that, let's say you go to your boxers next. So still going up the body. So just your basic regular boxers. And then if you want to use compression tights on top of them or just compression tights alone. So you have both of those. So basic boxers and then compression. And then you'll want to have about like 2 or 3 pairs. So you're good for the whole weekend. So you got another extra pair for the next day. There's the other pair. And then also after the races, so if you want to go out in town or just relax, just more boxers. Same thing goes with the socks. Just having more socks as backup after your race. So the boxers. Let's see. Where did I put that? Okay. Well, it's somewhere in this bag, I thought, but never mind. But when I see it, there'll be this lubrication called Salty Bridges. So if you ever feel chafing down there in your private area, you pretty much just lubricate it with Salty Bridges to help lubrication. Must be still in the bag somewhere, so whenever I get to it. So boxers, lubrication, and then the shorts. What I'm using is Meyer, so that's the name of the brand. Mainly just because it has 2 pockets on each side. Other running shorts that I've used only had 1 pocket, and during the races I prefer 2. So let's say you have snacks or whatever in 1 pocket, and then you eat a snack, you can just put your garbage in the other pocket. So 1, no littering, because you don't litter on the course. And then 2, you're not having, your hands reaching garbage and empty containers, so you can keep it separated. So for the Ultra, got 2 pairs. Let's see. 2 pairs just for the transition station bucket. And then for the day after, well, I should have another pair, but I also got other shorts too. So Run Rabbit is the other pair. So for the next day, when you do the Super and the Sprint, nice clean shorts, and you're already prepared for that. And not back there. Okay. I'm also wearing Myers right now too, so maybe I need to buy some more, but you should only need like 3 or 4. Here you go. I got other shorts, so like Nike running shorts. So just making sure you have some shorts for the Ultra, and then shorts for the day after on Sunday for the Super and Sprint. And then after the Super and Sprint, you got shorts just to get into and after you bathe. Same thing after the Ultra, just have some kind of clothing. Pretty much the shorts for the next day, pretty much easy and comfortable. Shorts. Shirt, all I'm doing, Run Rabbit shirt and Ice Perf. And I don't know if you'd be able to see it in the video, but in the shirt you have little holes for air circulation. So you got a t-shirt. So this will be for the Ultra. So got a t-shirt and a tank top. I'll probably wear tank top, I don't know, maybe the afternoon, t-shirt first. So if I do want to change or vice versa, I can always change at the transition station. Just switch shirts real quick. For the chest, I also said the blister prevention tape on your chest or nipples. Got the shirt. Nothing really for the neck. So the hat I have protects the neck. So, shirt, arms. So have them right here. So just some UV protection. So arm sleeves. So arm sleeves pretty much goes from your wrist to your arm up here, just protecting you from the sun. I'll go over some other sun stuff later. Okay, gloves. So also staying at the arm. So Dex Fit gloves. Pretty much got the rubber for the grip on the obstacles. Basic gardening gloves. So I'll put one pair in one Camelback. I got another pair for the other Camelback for lap 2. I thought I had more. There it is. And then for Sunday, for the other Camelback. So for the Sprint and Super, gloves, arm sleeve, shirt. I guess the hat next. So I got an OR hat. It says it on the side, outdoor research. And it's pretty much neck and head protection. So put that right on top of your head. Got protection. So as you put that on, I won't really need this headband if I'm going to be wearing a hat anyways. So I got the hat right on the head, and it protects your whole neck and everything. And just to make it tighter, got these strings, and you just kind of pull to make that tighter. And a good idea, so with the hat, if you happen to cross any water, rivers, whatever, but anywhere there's water, and you'll be in Hawaii, so you're being pretty hot, trying to stay cool, just put that hat, dunk it in that water, and put it right back on to stay cool. Got that, so I got the hat. Let's see, Camelback. So what I'm using is, see it on the side. I don't know if you'd see it in the video. Oh, I thought it said it on here. But anyways, Salmon. Yeah, I thought it said like Active Vest 12 somewhere on here. What is the other one? Oh. There. So Active Skin 12, that's the name of the vest. It has pockets for your water, a pocket for your hydration pack and snacks. So I'll just go over that. So put the hydration, bladder, 50 fluid ounces, snacks inside, some Rice Krispies, I'll go over that stuff later, but mainly Camelback, the bladder, the hydration, and how it has 2 zippers on the side, and also a metal for your hydration bladder. So let's say here, this, oops, and then you just have your hydration drinks. You have zippers on the side. Let me get that out of the way. But I filled with my Ziploc bag, so it's easy to just grab and you have all your stuff ready. You don't need to use scissors or anything for like packaging. So just put all your stuff in a Ziploc bag. Pretty much a lot of candy, so Reese's Pieces, Sour Strips, Nerds Clusters, and then for like my caffeine, I got Run Gum, so about 50 milligrams of caffeine per tablet or per gum piece. I put 200 in that, and are they not in here? Darn it. They should be. Where is it? And then yeah, I didn't put any in here. So, and then my salt chews. So the gum, that already has caffeine, about 200. And then just caffeine chews. Salt chews has caffeine. Every 2 tablets is about 100 milligrams of sodium. So 100. Okay. And then 200, 300, and every 2 tablets is 15. So let's just say 45 milligrams of caffeine. And you also got the caffeine from your gum, so you should be good on that. And you'll have bags in each Camelback. So let's just say like 250 milligrams of caffeine per Camelback. So here, and then another bag. Oh, I already had the salt tabs. Never mind. But yeah, just kind of have everything in one bag. Mustard for the cramping. Right here. So pickle juice, also for cramping, about 500 milligrams of sodium per 2.5 ounce bottle. There should be about 2 in here if I could reach it. Never mind, there's not 2. That's why I'm doing this all now. So 1 on that side, unless I got 1 over here, which I don't. So there you go. Pickle juice, snacks. I already had mustard. There you go. Some more mustard. I have to do that or that. So you could also put the Ziploc bags in your shorts, kind of what I was saying earlier. For the hydration, got your bladder and your bottles. So what I plan to do with the bladder, using electrolyte called Element. So for each packet, it'll be 1,000 milligram sodium, 200 milligram potassium, and 60 milligram magnesium. And I could just put it in the Camelback. So there. So snacks, hydration, fuel, supplements, your sodium, I mean. And then when I take the packaging off and everything and fill it up with water, he would just put it inside your Camelback. So the snacks, I went over the Rice Krispies, the Nerds, pickle juice, mustard, sour straws. If I do get anything else, I'm going to get maple syrup to also drink, because that's high in carbohydrates and easy to digest. Bladder for both camelbacks. I had it in here. For the bottles, I'll have them filled with Scratch high carbohydrates. So 50 total carbohydrates per pack. This is kind of what they look like. So before the race, I'll just get the bottles all prepped up and put into the camelback so I don't have to do anything during the race. So high carbohydrate, Scratch. Already had the gloves. Run gum I already went over, or at least I said the gum. So the gum is called Run Gum, and it comes in different flavors, but just getting mint like any other gum. Also during the race, a emergency poncho. I should have, oh, there's the salt. So the salty bridges for your private parts if you have any chafing. So it's gonna be hot out there, so better safe than sorry. So for your privates, your chest, your feet, wherever you want to put it for chafing. In case it rains, I do have emergency ponchos and also a raincoat jacket, lightweight. And it's also got a hood if I really need to use it, or a button if I don't need to use it. Spartan brand is kind of what I used during my New Jersey Ultra. It did keep me warm. I just didn't prepare for cold weather in New Jersey. So if it does rain in Hawaii, it should at least be warm rain. But you got pockets and on the side, so that helps too. So one jacket just in case it does rain. After, let's see, I got the bottles. Remember, this is all not in order. Just trying to go along with it and give you guys a good list if you forget anything. For after the race, you're gonna be a muddy mess. So before you get into your vehicle, also have a spare clothes that are clean. If you don't, I got multiple towels. So for Saturday and Sunday, put towels as car seat protectors. So nice large bath towels, so you're not getting the car seats dirty or messy. After the race, at least for me when I do ultras, pretty much right after I'm done, your adrenaline goes down and you get very cold. Even though you're in a very hot state, the adrenaline going down. Have some kind of sweater, jacket, so long sleeve, and that's pretty much it. So some kind of jacket, sweater after the race, just so you're cold. Another camelback for Sunday, so have that one prepared same time as you do the other camelbacks. So on Saturday, you're not having to do it after the race. You just go home, eat, rest, shower, clean up, go to sleep, and get ready for the next day. And then you have that already pre-planned out and ready to go for your race. Went over the garbage bags. So if you have a lot of muddy stuff, said the pickle juice, clothes for the next day for your race. Like I got another tank top, other shorts, and so on. I went over earlier. Also for your camelback, a waterproof bag for your phone. So if you plan to use your phone, it's not going to get wet. It's got protection. And also if you don't plan to use your phone, but you have it on you. So if you have friend or family to know your location when you do the race. If you're coming up, if they're like a spectator or anything. You have a Garmin watch. I got my 4Runner. It might say it on the back actually. Yeah, it does. So 4Runner 55, and then just charge it before you do your race. So it's fully charged for the whole day. They usually last the whole day, or a couple days actually. Also headlamps. So when it gets nighttime, apparently it gets nighttime at Hawaii, or at least the sun sets about 7 p.m. Races can go up until 9 p.m. So just after transition station, usually they say have a headlamp. It's a requirement. Have headlamp and extra batteries just in case. So fully charged batteries or AA or AAA batteries, so you know the light works. And over the magnet. Let's see what else is in here. For outside, got sunscreen. So sun spray anyways, sunscreen. And applicable, so just kind of like deodorant sunscreen, just able to glide it on you. I thought I had something else. Don't know where that is right now. Oh, there it is. And then for the sunscreen, that's like white that goes on your face. You'll see lifeguards wear it for skin protection. So I got this Think Sport Face Clear Zinc Oxide sunscreen and 50 SPF. Let's see. I gotta open that too. So there you go. Now I can apply it. So got that. Got bug spray. So just for bugs. Let's see, does it say anything? Oh, 8-hour protection. So 8-hour protection, and then you got another one that's like 10-hour protection. Maybe at the halfway mark if I really need it. Just some Vapor Freeze or Biofreeze, just quick spray on and let that kind of help out with any swelling, inflammation. I mean, you're doing a lot over the whole weekend anyways. I went over the wool socks. I got the bottles. I don't know if I plan to wear the sunglasses or not. As the sun rises, I should acclimate anyways. But if I do run with them, the brand is called Gooder, and they don't shake or anything, so they stay in place and pretty nice and stable. Let's see. I want to say that might be it. That's just more carb stuff. Pickle juice. Other Camelback. Socks. Band-Aids and Ziploc bag. Or just, you know, if any blisters happen. But that's where the gloves come in handy. So, Band-Aids just in case. Ziploc bags while you're packing helps you just any small items kind of compact together. I got the boxers, gum, I already said. Peanut butter, just another good thing for just high calories, easy digestion, just like that maple syrup idea. Flask, the Element. After the race, if you have access to one of these things called Dry Guys, instead of putting your shoes in a dryer, pretty much just turn that on, and I'll just grab one of these sneakers. There you go. And all you're doing is putting them on the pole, and it actually does a really good job on drying out the shoe. Maybe if you're doing a long weekend, it helps having 4 prongs, but this is like my first time doing a long weekend, like ultra trifecta if I do it. But let's see what else. Got that. I already said the headlamps. Put this one, where'd that one go? There. That. Then just make sure that headlamp fits you nice and comfortably. It's not like shifting or anything, so go up and down, side to side, like you're running. Make sure that stays in place. And let's see, did I do that incorrectly? I might have this way, that way. And test out your headlamp and putting the battery in correctly. This will be for later on when the sun sets, you need light. So the headlamp, the brand is called Coast. Now it should turn on. There you go. So the headlamp, and then you can get brighter, more narrow, wider, and just one works. And there you go. And then red light and nothing. So headlamp. Wait, what does that do? Just a second. So that's that. Widens it? Wait a second. That's cool. Okay, enough playing around with that. Learn something. Okay, so the headlamp. I usually just turned it on. The sour strips. Reese's Pieces. Said Rice Krispies. I didn't put M&Ms into any bags, mainly just because Reese's Pieces got the chocolate and peanuts. Another thing, so write down what time the obstacle checkpoints are for the Ultra. So usually it'll be like halfway transition point, like 1 or 2 o'clock, and then you have something later at like 4 and 6, and then 8, and then 9 being the finish line. So just have the piece of paper written down with what checkpoint and what time, so you don't really have to remember. You have it written down so you're just not stressing out. That's one thing to not stress out about. Have a note to motivate yourself, so maybe write something a day or 2 beforehand, either post it online, speak it out loud, kind of motivate your own self. That's probably what I plan to do. And just put the piece of paper in a sandwich bag so it stays nice and dry and it's not getting affected from any weather conditions. So a note to yourself and checkpoint times. I plan to use this bag as a bucket, so you can use buckets, bags. This is waterproof, so ultra dry, waterproof. Not that big, not that heavy, and it's got the zippers. Anything else that I'm missing? Definitely comment down below if this helped you out, or if you have any recommendations or anything like that. And just more sunscreen. It's Hawaii, so definitely make sure you got your sunscreen. Want to say, don't need that. Think I should be good. Okay, another magnet. They make lemonade iced tea element with 50 milligrams of caffeine. That's the only flavor that has the caffeine in it. Okay, so I guess I'm not going to edit anything really with this video, so I guess end that there. Leave a comment down below if this helped you out, or if you recommend any other equipment. Okay, so pretty much everything for the ultrafecta weekend that I plan to use or require.